Welcome to Honeybee, real stories of love, lies, and betrayal, where every truth stings. Let's begin. Before I jump into this wild story, go ahead and subscribe and smash that like button. You won't want to miss the kind of payback that makes cheaters wish they never dared to play their game. She said she had to stay late at the office again. Same excuse, same practice tone, like she had rehearsed the line 100 times in front of the mirror. "Don't wait up, Daniel," she told me, keys jingling as she slung her purse over her shoulder, walking out like she was single-handedly saving the company. For years, I believed her. I convinced myself that my wife, Emily, was the one holding the whole team together with her endless overtime and late-night reports. But that night, something was different. It wasn't just her words. It was the faint smirk that crept across her lips when she thought I wasn't watching. That smile cut deeper than any argument ever could. I didn't argue. I didn't plead. I just nodded like I always did, letting her slip out the door in her gray blazer and pencil skirt. Her perfume lingered in the air, roses mixed with deception. But this time, instead of sinking into the couch and flipping on the TV to kill the hours, I grabbed my keys. And I followed her. I didn't drive too close. I wasn't reckless. I knew Emily well enough to know she was cautious, maybe even paranoid. She always worried about appearances. Ironic, considering what she was about to do. I hung back a couple of cars, headlights dimmed, trailing her into downtown. The city shimmered under neon and glass towers glowing like giant lanterns. I already knew where she was headed before she parked. Her office building. The same steel and glass fortress where she supposedly spent her nights working. I pulled into a space across the street, killed the engine, and watched as she strode to the front doors like she owned the place. Nearly 9 p.m. The lobby was nearly deserted except for security guards who probably greeted her by name. I waited. 15 minutes. 20. Curiosity twisted with something darker. And finally I stepped out, crossed the street, and pushed through the revolving doors. The guard glanced up, gave me a nod. He didn't recognize me, but he knew her. Evening. I muttered, and he waved me through. The building smelled of polished marble and fresh coffee. Too clean, too sterile. The kind of place designed to impress. My pulse hammered as I pressed the elevator button and rode it up to her floor. The office was silent, unnervingly so. Empty cubicles stretched out under buzzing fluorescent lights. I moved quietly, footsteps muffled against the carpet, until I reached the corner office. The blinds were half drawn, but not enough. I saw everything. Emily wasn't hunched over spreadsheets. She wasn't typing away under pressure. No, she was pressed against her boss, Robert Hayes, his suit jacket tossed carelessly on the desk, his hands gripping her like she belonged to him, and she kissed him back like she had been starving for it. Her hair falling loose from the bun she'd left the house in, her blouse slightly undone. It wasn't a mistake. It wasn't weakness. It was deliberate, reckless, passion only shared when you're convinced no one's watching. I froze, my fists clenched. Rage boiled in me like a storm. Every instinct screamed to kick down that door, drag him out, scream until the lies shattered. But then something shifted. The longer I stood there, the colder I felt. The fury didn't fade. It sharpened. I realized storming would make me look exactly how they wanted me to look. The jealous fool. No, not this time. I stepped back into the shadows, breath steady, heart calm. I turned, walked away, and didn't look back. As I pressed the elevator button, I could still see their silhouettes reflected in the chrome. Two figures tangled together, burying my marriage with every kiss. By the time I drove out of the parking garage, my decision was made, but my thoughts weren't on Emily anymore. They were on Robert's wife, Lisa Hayes. I'd seen her before. Beautiful, elegant, the kind of woman who turned heads without even trying. At a holiday party, I remember the distant look in her eyes as Robert bragged about numbers and deals, like she already suspected his late nights weren't spent with spreadsheets. I gripped the steering wheel tighter as a plan formed, not desperate, not chaotic, clear, cold. Emily and Robert thought they were clever, but they were about to learn what it felt like to lose. And I wasn't going to scream or throw punches. I was going to use their lies against them in a way they'd never forget.